tell me a little bit about the emphasis that you put on building relationships with these athletes, and now obviously being at San Diego and bringing athletes to, a Division I program out, in Southern California. Tell me a little bit about, again, like building relationships and talking to the athletes and getting to know them on a deeper level that isn't just rowing.
Yeah, totally. That's a great question. I think, we're all at some level, all of us are products of our experiences. And, I mentioned my dad, both my grandpa's mom, I had a lot of great, wisdom. Everyone says, it takes a village, and it truly does. And I've had a great village. But one of his other pieces of advice, besides be the best version of yourself, was find good mentors. And, in his own life, I guess the really kind of quick hitter there was he and my mom had just gotten married. He'd started residency. Unfortunately, he had a sister who was shot in a robbery attempt and was like fighting for her life, and he was going through a lot. Residencies working back then, there was no only 80-hour work week caps, 100, 110-hour weeks. And he talked about having a really tough day at one point, and having the director of that program, the doctor, say, basically stand up for him in a moment, but also then turn to him and say, "Hey, you have great hands. You're going to be a tremendous surgeon." And, my dad, again, kind of condensing a story here, like that belief, I think really helped him through a tough time and buoyed him to levels of success that, he's had. And he's a neurosurgeon at University of Michigan. And, I think like he talked a lot about how his mentors had that impact. And I think it's probably why myself and two of my younger sisters all coach and have coached. And I think also just kind of recognizing like that you need to care about your people. And I think, again, like in my own experience, I know I've had times on teams or been a part of programs or observed programs where people feel like they're only valued for, what the athlete can do for me as the coach, like their erg score, or, how, well they move the boat, or just talent-based things that they don't always have a lot of control over. But I think you can always control, and you want to, I think, speak life into the guys who like show up with like, enthusiasm, positive attitude, high character, hard work ethic, great teammates, men of integrity. And so, I have a sister who's younger than me, who's a marriage family therapist who also coaches, and then another one who also coached who's a social worker. And I think, for all of us, kind of that EQ side of the job is one of the more fulfilling things, and when I was debating my career, I was pre-med through college, kind of had a change of heart. And when I was debating what to do, like counseling's a really great, important thing. But, and again, I have siblings who do it, and it's a really important career. But, at the end of it, someone's saying, well, do you want to pay by cash or check? And, what's your insurance? And when do you want to book your next appointment? And I found that in coaching, I got to just be really present to guys in a very kind of authentic, day-to-day, organic way. And I'm using guys generically here because in Kansas City, the club was mostly girls. And again, at Adrian, it was both. But now I'm obviously coaching guys. And I just love the opportunity to kind of walk with them in this formative time of life. Again, the human brain doesn't finish developing till you're 25. And that last part to finish is the prefrontal cortex, which is the part that handles decision making. So, well through college, you still is valuable to have people in your corner who are kind of supporting you and advising you and counseling you. And obviously in high school, you see your parents every day, your high school coaches and your friends' parents and your teachers in the hallway. And you get to college, and for most non-athletes, they really don't have any adult like that who's invested in that way. And I think what I like about it is you get to be present to guys when whether it's going through breakups or hard times academically or mental health or parents' divorce or whatever it is. And then, they know you care about them. And I firmly believe you can actually push them harder and you can demand more of them there because they know this isn't just someone who's like, trying to get something out of me. This is someone who actually like truly is pushing me, as I tell my guys, because I love them enough to want to see them become the best version of themselves in all aspects of their life. And, I know that people just need to know, as someone said to me, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so you got to make sure your athletes know that you're invested in them and that you care about them for them. I would say coaching is not for me. It's not for us. We're here for them.